morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is having a good weekend and in essence getting ready for maybe holidays or whatever it is you do during this time, or just chilling. I don't know, whatever you might be doing. Happy for any of it, right? If it's a nice lazy Sunday, then sweet. I'm happy for you. So this morning, I don't particularly need a lot for this week, just because I already have a few things in the freezer. I have butter chicken frozen, I have Aztec soup frozen, I have the African stew frozen. All are made up and ready to go. I do it like this. So in freezer bags, so it's a good couple portions in here and we're good to go for our lunches and even some dinners and that if we need something quick this week or next week, so it'll last for a few weeks, no problem. In essence, longer than that, but because I have so many meals already kind of prepared, I don't need to worry too much about that for this particular week. But I am going to do the rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to have some fun with desserts this morning. So I have a chicken in here in our multi-purpose steamer, and I have the rotisserie chicken seasonings, and this is where my hands are gonna thingy. So this particular seasoning comes with our take care collection. So yeah, so just smoosh it all on as much as you like. It says in essence the whole package, but I might not this particular day. Just because I found a lot of it was sitting at the bottom for the chickens. So if you're not a chicken person or you don't do meat, no problem. You could still do this for vegetables. It's just rotisserie seasoning, so away you go. As you can see, there's quite a bit in the thingy, so there we go. So that's it, rotisserie chicken. Yep, that's way. Put it into the microwave. Now it says 20 minutes and then check that's in internal temperature, but I did it last time and it needed a little bit longer, so I'm going to do 25. All right, that's it for touching chicken. Good. All right, into the microwave. On. Okay, there we go. Chicken done. And I have leftover I could use for another small chicken. Just put elastic around it and save it for later. Okay, so the next thing I actually wanted to do was get going on the dessert part. So I'm actually gonna do two desserts. I don't know why I'm moving everything around today, but hey, why not? I'll do that after. So let's go ahead and make brownies first, and then I'm going to make sweet banana bread. Normally I would have made this with my chocolate chip cookie recipe on top of the brownie mix to have a bit of fun. Epicure calls it like rookies. So like blondies and brownies all mixed together. I've been doing the same for many years, just a little differently. Before, when I was not concerned with my sugar intake, I would stick a oat milk, no, what do you call those things? Oreo cookie. Oh my gosh, as you can see how long I haven't had an Oreo cookie. I don't even remember probably what they taste like. So yeah, an Oreo cookie in the middle and have fun with it that way. So a couple of eggs, some oil or butter, whatever it is that you want to use for the brownies. I'm just going to use oil. And I'm trying to be careful so I don't make a complete mess all over my counter here. And then I'm going to do the same for the Actually, you know what? We're gonna use a little bit of moisture with our oat yogurt. I'm gonna make my sweet banana bread cookies instead, or sorry, sweet banana bread instead of the cookies, as I said. So I'm gonna do it with the bananas, obviously, some chocolate chips, and my peanut butter that I like doing. You can make it however you like, just to have a little bit of fun. And then I'm gonna actually kind of blend them and make a bit different type of, you know, brownie blondie kind of things. Rookies, as I sorry, I think you called them. All right, brownies. Now we're gonna get over to the banana bread. So feel free when you hop on, say hi, what's going on? What are you making today? What are you doing? Or you're just sitting at home right now? I don't know, having a coffee, watching something, kids playing. I don't remember if I said why I was doing the banana bread, but the point is because I actually have some bananas that need to be eaten up. So I figured I'd just make banana bread. I probably should have used a bigger bowl. Push that note. Let's do that. I feel like I'm just going to make a big mess. And a bit of oil. Mostly, you don't have to use oil if you don't want to, obviously. And then you just squish up your bananas and get it all in there. And then I will get the peanut butter and the chocolate chips. Oh, I'm not using eggs for my banana one, so I'm actually just going to use oat yogurt. So there we go. Almost mixed. Okay. So a bit of chocolate chips, but not very many, because I do have it with the brownies. Don't want to be over chocolate. Okay, so a little bit of chocolate chips, a little bit of peanut butter. And you know what? Because today I actually have coconut, I will put a little coconut in. So that is what everybody made theirs with. Okay, so there we go. That's that. Now we're going to get over to actually putting it all together. So, and most of you have watched me do all this kind of stuff. Obviously, if you're in the group and you're here. But in case you haven't, it's been a while, just a reminder that, you know, meal prepping is whatever you want it to be. So it doesn't have to be that you made some big meal or the same meal or anything like that. It could be just getting desserts prepared. It could be just portioning out. Just could be portioning things out. Could be just preparing a bit of protein up. could be so many things like that. And then with this concept, you could do it however you like. Need a little bit more in that one. You do half and half on one side. You could put it at the bottom and then the banana bread on top. This is something I used to do with cheesecake as well. So I would have the brownie be the base of the cheesecake instead of like granola crumb, or what do you call those things? Graham crackers? Graham crackers. Instead of graham cracker bottoms, I would make the brownies instead. A lot of this is just for me as I'm controlling sugar and all that. Now I'm spreading this out, and I didn't put a lot of moisture liquid in, so it actually isn't a lot, which is good because I don't want too many of these, but enough to kind of coat one side. And if you haven't got this 3-in-1 spatula yet, I totally recommend it. I can do so many directions. Getting all of my brownie mix out. Okay, brownie mix. And now my banana mix. So this one I'll probably put a little bit more on. It will kind of puff over top a little bit, but that just means I get the crispy edges on the side too. So that's cool for me. And if there's leftovers, I'll just, when the microwave's done, throw it into the muffin pan one and just make the last couple in the muffin pan. So pretty much this is just you know, if you're here or you come later, you have a question, feel free to just ask away and I will get to your questions about meal prepping, about any particular like Epicure product you might have in your cupboard and you're uncertain what to do with it, or you're just bored with what you've been doing with it and you want to try something else. Feel free to just ask those type of questions. I am here for all that. You're looking for new ideas. Alright, so definitely got leftovers, and I will just pop those again in the last, once the chicken's out of the microwave, into the muffin pan, as I said. So if you're a lot more, you know, creative or this, you could totally have like swirlies, things like that in here too. Those bit leftover, I'll just use that in the muffin pan. Alright, so that's just going to go into the oven for about, I will start with 15 and then probably work my way up that way. Okay, so that's those. Now I was actually going to make some caramel sauce. I'm going to attempt to make, they're called Petite Turtle Caramels. I'm not going to make them with walnuts or pecans. I'm going to make it with almonds is what I have. But either way. So I just got a can of coconut milk. I have our caramel sauce, and I'm just going to put it in a saucepan and cook it down about 3 to 4 minutes from bring it to a boil and let it come down to bring it to a boil and then bring it down to a medium for about 3 or 4 minutes. See, it's just the coconut milk and the caramel seasonings. I'm just going to mix it all up. bring it to a boil, and then just keep stirring it and keeping an eye on it. And once it's got about 4 minutes in, it'll turn into a sauce. And I can spill it everywhere. And away we go. Alright, so while that's getting to a boil, my next thing I was going to do broccoli and carrot slaw. So I have a whole bunch of broccoli that I broke up already. So I'm just going to throw it through a food processor, through my shredder. I got a bunch of carrots. You only get baby ones, and they don't particularly have a lot of flavor. So I'm going to turn it into slaw so it has a bit more flavor. So it's going to get loud. Food processor. You could just chop really fine or use a julienne on the, what do they call it, the 4-in-1 mandolin or something, just to get them really fine. Or you could just leave it as the broccoli or the florets if you wanted, and you could do it that way. At the moment, I'm just wanting to use up the actual stock so we don't waste any of the broccoli. When I had brought home the broccoli, I had chopped it all up so I could figure out what, get it all ready for whatever I was planning on to do. And then here we go. This morning I was like, aha, I could have made cream of broccoli soup, or I can make the slaw here, and I wasn't feeling soupy, so I decided to make the slaw instead. But that's also kind of like meal prep for me, so it's not so much that I made the item when I first brought it home, but just that I'm prepped and ready to make something at a later date. And then I can change my mind. Just like we all like to do, right? Alright, a little bit more. I'm good to go. So this is the one I use in case you're curious of which slicer I used up. Okay, the caramel sauce is getting to a boil. And there you go, just chopped up the carrots and the broccoli. You could maybe add in some apple or some dry cranberries, making it festive. Okay, so to make the dressing, it's pretty simple. A couple of lemons, some lemon dilly, or whatever flavor you happen to like, and let it set into the fridge, and it'll be ready. Like 20 minutes or so. Put up 2 lemons. Using my spritz. Not a lemon person, just use vinegar. What I love about it is like little lemon cup now. Just mix it all up. And again, I have a thing for like a too much in one bowl, it seems. Oh well. It is only a 4-cup bowl. Can't expect it to do everything. And I'm just gonna spice it up a little bit and use poca picante. But you don't have to. As I said, you could use CCB. You could use 3 onion if you wanted. Should just get my hand in there. Whatever you want to make a fun coleslaw. So then you could pull it out, and as I said, add some apple or some dried cranberries, and then you have broccoli, carrot, and hey, Andrew. Did you walk in when I started talking about citrus? I had this feeling that you might do that. Oh, that's hilarious. You don't have to use citrus. It could have been vinegar. Anyway, there we go. Some broccoli and carrot slaw ready to go. I just used lemon dilly, as I said, and a poca picante. All right, so let me check on the caramel sauce, because obviously it is boiling. All right, we got 6 minutes left on the chicken, and then I'll check it. Means the caramel sauce will be ready right around the same time. The last little bits of broccoli, cauliflower would be great for just a side. Let's take a quick look at our brookies coming along. All right, so you just joined in. Yeah, exactly. So just joined in. Basically what I'm doing here is not particularly a lot for the week, because in essence I already have so much frozen. As I said, I have Aztec soup, butter chicken, and an African stew. Chicken has chicken in it, the butter chicken has chicken in it, but the Aztec stew and the African stew do not, are both made vegan, so easily enough to add meat if I wanted to, but I don't have to. Then the other is I'm making a rotisserie chicken in the oven, and that'll be for tonight and tomorrow. And then I decided, no, not in the oven, in the microwave for 25 minutes is what I've done. The next is I want to try making, so what's actually in the oven is brownies mixed with banana bread. So I made banana bread with chocolate chips and coconut flakes and peanut butter. And then brownies just made normal, and then I kind of just blended the two on top, so they're going to be kind of like brookies, so like half blonde, half chocolate kind of idea. But the blonde part is sweet banana bread instead of chocolate chip cookies. And the purpose was that because I needed to use up the bananas, otherwise I would have made my chocolate chip cookies. And then I'm making caramel sauce because I want to try to make turtle bites. See how it works. One, I've not made them before, and 2, why not? So a couple more minutes with the caramel sauce, and there we go. So basically you get your perfect petites, and then you put some almonds in and some chocolates in is what it says. So you would basically have pecans, which I don't have, so I'm just going to use almonds. And you just put as many as you want, I guess, into your holes or your perfect petites. Probably not as many as I'm putting in, but hey, I would probably say at least 2, if not 3 a hole. And if you don't want to, you could actually use like seeds or something. That's possible too. Okay, and then it says a bit of chocolate chips, semi-sweet or whatever you want. This would be something you could do with the Host chocolate chips if you ordered that. And then I'm just going to pour the caramel sauce in and throw it into the freezer. Yeah, basically I'm going to put it into the pan. I'm going to sprinkle a little of salt on top. It's going to go into the freezer for about a half an hour or so until it freezes up, and then I'll have little caramel pearly type bites. And if you do your caramel in a saucepan, you have more surface area, so it'll thicken up faster. So if you do it in like a pot, because it's more of it like this, it takes longer for it. So if you put it in a saucepan, it'll take less time. You can also do it in the microwave as well, but since I have a microwave going already, I'm not doing anything else in the microwave. So that's it. So it's just what's in the oven, which is my brookies. I got the chicken going in the oven microwave, and the caramel sauce is almost done. This is going to go in. I've already made the broccoli carrot slaw for the side for our chicken, which actually would make a great sandwich or open face sandwich or wrap or something. So I have really like a simple little bit of heat slaw with some shredded chicken inside like a wrap or something, is in essence what my brain was going with the slaw. I was looking for something more cold, less warm. Alright, that's the caramel sauce. Chicken's almost done. So there's the caramel sauce. Probably needed a little more caramel sauce, but these don't have to go all the way to the top, of course. They don't need to be a full 2 tablespoons of caramel sauce. Probably halfway is good. And then because the caramel sauce is hot, the chocolate chips will melt a little bit. More than I thought. There we go. So this literally was just, oh, that's hurt on the wrist, okay. It was literally just the caramel package, 1 caramel package and 1 can of coconut milk to make the caramel sauce. Okay. There we go. Run rotisserie chicken, all done. I will just check the temperature in a minute, but I'm just going to let it finish steaming in there before I do anything else with it. Ooh, these are looking good. 1 sec, it's gonna be a little hot, more cold, wait, loud. Now they're not done. They will need another 5 or so minutes, but there you go. So that's my mix, or my version of a brookie. It's the sweet banana bread on top of the brownie mix. So you can see it still needs a little bit more, so we'll put it back in. Okay, and timer. Okay, and now here we are. So this is my attempt at making caramel turtle bites. I use almonds instead, just because I don't have any pecans at the moment. So I've used almonds, a bit of chocolate chips, and our caramel sauce made with a can of coconut milk. And now they go into the freezer until firm. So probably 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour in my freezer, but it depends on your freezer. Obviously you need a big enough freezer for your pan to sit in. So if you don't, then just make them in something that will actually fit in your freezer, no problem. Well, okay, there we are. The chicken is sitting and resting. The brownies and brookies, or whatever you want to call them, are almost, those need probably 10 more minutes or so in the oven. Broccoli cauliflower slaw is done. So there we go. I've made my few things this morning. Hi Katie, hi Sandy, how's everybody doing? So you guys, thank you for joining in. So just a little bit about what I made today, which is I used our caramel sauce, I used our brownies, I used our sweet banana bread, I used our rotisserie chicken, which actually has some left over. I only used half for this particular chicken. And I used lemon dilly and poco picante for the broccoli sauce. So literally I just chopped up broccolis and carrots in on my food processor, but you could just chop them up. How do I do them? Oh, here it is. That's it, with some lemon juice and the 2 seasonings, but you could use vinegar instead, or you could make it creamy. I was just thinking of having like chicken slaw sandwiches, so that's my thing. And then having a little fun. If you knew me before Epicure, I used to make these really cool like brookie thingies. So it's like brownies with an Oreo cookie in the middle, and then my chocolate chip cookie on top. I used to make in muffins and all that, and they were super good. Of course, with my cutting my sugar down, I don't make it all the same anymore. So this time I decided to use the sweet banana bread with coconut, the chocolate chips, and peanut butter as the top piece, and then the bottom is our brownies. You could slip something inside if you want, but instead I decided just to make the caramel petite bites afterwards. So there. So when they're all done and can come out, I will post a picture of them and show you guys. Otherwise, we pretty much hit my half an hour, so I thank you all for being here. Just to let you know what's in the take-home collection, because this is the only way you get the rotisserie chicken, is it comes with chocolate fudge sauce, it comes with minestrone, it comes with rotisserie chicken, it comes with Aztec, and it comes with a mac and cheese. So you get these 5 for $18.95, and it comes with a little ebook about a little ideas about taking care of yourself during all this time. So I would totally recommend grabbing this, because this is where you get this guy here, this rotisserie chicken. And by the way, even because it's mac and cheese, it still gives a meal towards families in need as well. So it's super good. So definitely super great gift, or super great for you to just have on hand when you're looking for something quick and easy to make. And then of course the host special for December is our DIY chocolate bark. So it's our chocolate chips with our cool small pans with the liners. So easy to make, all different forms of chocolate bark or other things with it as well. So pretty cool. This is kind of what I'm working with today. So thank you everyone for being here. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, season's greetings, happy December 20th. Whatever works, whatever it brings you joy and happiness today. I hope you do it and you enjoy it. And what else? Is there something I wanted to say? I don't know. But don't forget, there's games and things going on in the group. I still have the bingo going. There's still an opportunity to win the huge Merry Month of meals. It's just having a sponsored chat with me. Even if you're not interested in joining, maybe you could learn something and pass it on to somebody you know, and just give me a chance to talk to different people with different walks of life to see, just for me, get more practice on talking to people about that. And what else? I don't know. I feel like there's more to tell you. I'll have more to tell you tomorrow after I have the call with Amelia. Don't forget, there's last chance items like the spiralizer, the pumpkin loaf mix. The pumpkin loaf will go into the vault, so it's on its way out. If you haven't grabbed it, grab it. It'll not be back until next fall. The spiralizer's going. Really cool Epicure tumblers are there. And the knives, if anybody looking for a good knife for you or for a gift, they're still there. And yeah, otherwise, if you have any questions, comments, you need some one-on-ones with meal prepping or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me and we can chat. So have a great Sunday, and stay tuned for pictures of when the turtle bites come out. Thank you everybody for joining.